Hey Booktube, welcome back. I'm Winx, and the ink I'm talking about today is the New York Times By the Book tag. This tag was created by Marie Berg, and I was tagged to do it by Brittany from Under the Radar Books. I'll put links to both of their channels below so you can go check them out. Question 1 is, what book is on your nightstand now? At the moment, I'm not reading any physical copies of books, so the best answer to this is my Kindle. And the two books I have in progress on here right now are The Dragon's Blade by Michael R. Miller and An Asteroid Made of Dragons by G. Derrick Adams. Question 2 is, what is the last truly great book you read? The book that kept jumping to my mind for this is In the Labyrinth of Drakes by Marie Brennan. This book didn't change my life or anything, but it's the last book I read that was just so completely satisfying. Just a no question 5-star rating for me. I loved so many things about it. The Memoirs of Lady Trent is one of my favorite series, and In the Labyrinth of Drakes is officially my favorite book in the series, so had to go with this one. Number 3 is, if you could meet any writer, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you want to know? I am lucky enough to have gotten to meet several of my favorite authors already. Laurie R. King is the author of the Mary Russell series, and I've got to see her several times in person, and we talked a fair bit online as well. I also got to meet Patrick Rothfuss in person once, which was really exciting, but one author who I've yet to meet in person and who's been one of my favorite authors for quite a while now is Lynn Fluellen. Lynn Fluellen wrote both the Night Runner series as well as the Tamir Triad, which takes place in the same universe as the Night Runner series. You might have seen my recent video where I talked about the tattoo that I got in honor of this series, so yeah, I am a huge fan and I would love to be able to meet Lynn Fluellen in person. As for what I would ask her, I would beg her to tell me if she's working on anything Night Runner related, because I really want more Night Runner. This is the last book to come out, which is The Shards of Time, and even on the back of this it says, acclaimed author Lynn Fluellen brings her beloved Night Runner series to a close, at least for now. So I know I'm not alone in the fact that I'm completely hanging on to that at least for now bit and just waiting for at least a short story, just something more. So that would probably be my main question for her, and once we got past that, I would probably go on to ask all kinds of extremely personal questions about the main characters. Question 4 is, what books might we be surprised to find on your shelves? Honestly, probably not too many. I'm pretty vocal about all the books that I get, so you guys know about basically all of them. I think the only ones that I don't really talk about that much are my technical books, so I thought maybe you guys might be surprised to know that I once took a class in bio-inspired artificial intelligence. This book also has remnants of my obsession with post-it tabs, so that's a thing. And Frankie reads, if you're watching this, I know you understand. Yeah. Question 5 is, how do you organize your personal library? I have sort of a hodgepodge of organization going on. So on this side of my shelf, I'm pretty happy with things. It's organized by series. So this side has all of the Mary Russell novels, and then on the far side has all of the Night Runner and Tamir Triad books. This has all of my Robin Hobb books from the Six Duchies world. And then the shelf below has the shorter series that I've been working on. This other side of the shelf is not so organized. So this shelf right behind me is what I call my fancy bookshelf. It's got my Folio Society book, a few Barnes & Noble books, and of course the Sherlock Holmes box set that I love. But at the moment, the shelves above and below it are pretty much just a mixture of standalones that I've read, as well as some books that I have yet to read. Number 6. What book have you always meant to read but haven't gotten around to it yet? Anything you're embarrassed to have never read. For me, this is definitely The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. I love Ursula K. Le Guin, and it's super embarrassing because I, for a long time, would get confused with The Lathe of Heaven versus The Left Hand of Darkness. Something about the fact that they were both written by her and was like L word, H word, left hand, Lathe of Heaven. So they just kind of blended together and Melissa really wants to rub her face on my books here. So something about those two just always blended together in my head, and I've read The Lathe of Heaven and I really enjoyed it, so whenever I heard The Left Hand of Darkness, I just thought, oh yeah, I've read that, I really liked it. I haven't read it, and I still have not read it, and I need to read it because everything about it sounds like something I would love. So That is a book I am definitely embarrassed to not have read, and I am embarrassed not just for the fact that I haven't read it, but for the reason that I haven't read it. Number 7, disappointed, overrated, just not good. What book did you think you were supposed to like but didn't? And do you remember the last book you didn't finish? So it's actually been a while since I completely did not finish a book, but there are 2 books that jump to mind that I was really expecting to love. I just figured it was going to be the perfect book for me, and I ended up hating it. The first of these is Jenna/Finn, which I gave a pretty angry rant about a while back, and I have a Goodreads review up, though it does have spoilers, but I will put a link to that below if you want to check that out. The other book is called Wish You Were Here by Rita Mae Brown, and it is the first of her cat mystery series, which I love cat mystery series. So yeah, I was really excited for that one. I really thought it was going to be a win for me, but I ended up being so annoyed. The animals were great, but the humans just really annoyed me, and I saw a huge plot hole in the mystery itself, so yeah, that was just really unsatisfying. I did finish both of those, but definitely not pleased. Number 8 is what kind of stories are you drawn to, and are there any that you stay clear of? So I'm definitely drawn to cyberpunk when it comes to sci-fi. I really like a hero's journey type of story in epic fantasy, and when it comes to mystery, I'm very drawn to the cozy cat mystery type of book, as well as any good Holmes pastiche. And then of course, anytime there are feminist or LGBTQ+ sort of themes involved, I am extra interested. I don't think there are really any subgenres or anything that I specifically steer clear of. I think I'm definitely drawn to certain things more than others, but are you jumping down? Yeah, okay. I'm definitely drawn to certain things more than others, but I'm also usually open to exploring different genres that I don't read much of. So maybe as I branch out more and try different things, I'll learn a bit more of what things I specifically want to steer clear of. So there's my rambling answer to that one. Number 9 is if you could require the president to read any book, what would it be? I found this question to be so difficult. I've been watching so many of these videos, and every time I get to this question, I always think that the answer is so good for so many different reasons, and I'm just like sitting over here with a pile of epic fantasy and cat mystery books. I don't know. So the pick that I decided to go with is kind of silly, but I just read it and I love it, and it's Lumberjanes. This book is very fun. It's very silly. I feel like someone who's trying to lead the nation could probably use a little laugh, so this book will be good for that. Also, the way that these people work together, the way that they tear down and rebuild what it means to be different genders is amazing. And I think if we all could work together and come at problems in the same way that the Lumberjanes do, the world would probably be a lot more awesome. So here is my pick. Then question 10 is what do you plan to read next? As I mentioned, I'm currently working on 2 Kindle books, but once I'm done with those, I plan to read The Sword of the Lictor by Gene Wolfe and Gilo by J.D. Horn. Alright, so that wraps up my answers to the New York Times by the book tag. As far as who I'm tagging, I know a lot of people have been doing this tag, and I am painfully behind in watching videos right now, so I'm going to just tag some people, and I apologize in advance if you've already been tagged or already made the video. So I'm going to tag Kelsey from Kelsey Fish, Nicole from Dorka Brain, Frankie from Frankie Reads, and Elizabeth from Books and Pieces. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I hope everybody's having a good week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!